morning. It's 4:30 in the morning and we're about to fly to France. Come to Cannes with us to premiere of a documentary sHEALed. Never been to anything like that, so I have no idea what to expect, but we're going to spend in Cannes few days, so come with us, me and Martina, for a little adventure. Yes? Yes, let's go. We're on the way from airport to the hotel, and I thought I'll tell you a little bit more about this trip, why this happened. This is the third time, by the way, I'm in Nice. We're somewhere in the Nice area, which, my goodness, I love. If you haven't been to Nice and you want to go to Nice, make it the top of your bucket list. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous city. I haven't been to Cannes yet, so it will be my first visit to that area. Anyway, I've been invited, as I previously mentioned, for a red carpet movie premiere, Prime documentary. And the reason why I was invited, because I already said yes to being featured in a Prime documentary that will be premiered in France, in Cannes, next year. So my heart is fluttering when I think of that, because this can really help business energetics massively, you know, the movement massively. And really, to be honest with you, it was a big invitation for me and big thing to say, yes, I am ready for it. I'm ready to have my voice and the voice of business energetics being featured in a Prime documentary. So I thought, let's call this trip, because I really don't know what to expect. It is going to be outside of my comfort zone. Let's see what happens. I'm sure we'll have fun, but I'm sure there will be some situations that will surprise me. But let's call this trip Claim Your World Stage trip. Because you know what? That's what I'm doing. And I have a few tips and reflections on the topic of PR, visibility, turning your gift into movement and really claiming that world stage, about the fears, about the opportunities, about how to go about it, energetics and strategy. So while we are having a good time together in Cannes, I'll share with you a few of those tips and reflections, shall I? Last time I went to Germany and Switzerland, which was just 2 weeks ago. So many of you reached out and said that you loved the vlog and sharing tips, so why not? Let's do it. Let's do a little tour of the room, shall we? So this is our little beautiful hotel. I never know what to expect, because it's Maćka that usually books rooms, but look what welcomed us today. What a view. It's a little windy, but blimey, blimey, look at this. Maćka, say hello.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for booking this. Bonjour. And what else we have? Little living room, reception room, very quiet. So that's our little space. Okay, we got an invitation to come to some waterfront villa and network with some beautiful souls. I have no idea what to expect, but let's go and see, shall we? Come! Well, it's evening, we're tired, and we're about to have a big burger. In apparently famous restaurant, I didn't know, but there is apparently, I'm about to eat one of the 15 best burgers in France. So let's see. It's called the Pirate Tavern or something like that here. Anyway, I got to meet at that villa some beautiful souls. Therese from Lolli Productions and some beautiful souls who are here to make a huge impact. And there was so much buzz, so much visibility happening, so many podcasts were being filmed, and I got opportunity to actually talk about business energetics on one of those podcasts. So that was fun. And here's the thing. You might be wondering, how does that process of putting your voice out there and getting actually opportunities like this happen? Now, I didn't pay for this opportunity. I was invited, but I paid plenty times to be in the room, to have access to the room, and to even invest in publicity. Because you see, I know for myself that in past, I had a limiting belief that I don't want to pay to access the rooms. I don't want to pay for PR. It's fake. You know, I had lots of limiting beliefs, excuses that were dressing themselves as principles. I have integrity, and I, because of my work, will get recognized. So I don't want to pay for things like this. And it was, yes, it was fear and my limitation dressed as a principle. And of course, when I realized that no, if you want to be invited to be on stages, if you want to be invited to have this incredible visibility, you've got to create the visibility. You've got to embody the visibility and give your energy to visibility, which energy is in terms of, yes, visualization, but also money and time. You give it to the idea of having your movement, having your gift everywhere. So why I'm saying this is because I know that these limiting beliefs are in minds of many conscious driven entrepreneurs. So if you're one of them, it's good thing to reflect. So yes, I was invited here, but created opportunities like this and the documentary. Let's see, that's going to happen next year, because essentially I'm claiming the world stage. I'm not going to wait for the world to invite me. I am created myself. This is the reason why. That's really, really simple thing. Why I get sometimes incredible invitations or publicity. Does that count as a tip from vlog? Hopefully, let me know. But for now, let's eat. Also, I just have a quick question for you. I want to get to know you better. The restaurant is still quite empty because apparently I've been told that we eat way too early. For me, it's not too early at all. It's after 7 p.m. Normally I eat around 5, my dinner. How about you? Do you eat your dinner early, late, somewhere in between? Let me know. Help me to get to know you better. Good morning to you. I am waiting for a taxi, or we are waiting for a taxi to take us to that, I guess, movie venue where I'm going to be interviewed, and let's see what the day brings. Okay, we're in a cinema in Cannes, or the cinema where the movie premieres are taking place, or some movie premieres are taking place. I just had a little pink carpet photo shoot, I guess, and I'm coming here quickly with almost apology. Apparently, in every content creator's journey comes a time when you need to make apology because you said something incorrectly or you effed up. Well, I have got apology to make for looking so beautiful. Now I'm laughing, but I totally stole this line from somebody else. I just loved it. Yes, I have got apology to make for looking so beautiful. But yes, I do feel beautiful because I put a lovely clothes on, for pink carpet and who knows what else we're doing today. However, I still do have some form of apology to make, which shows just how really non-detailed I am. Throughout me coming here to Cannes, I thought I'm coming to a premiere of sHEALed, essentially a prime documentary about women's leadership. It's not. I'm not coming to the premiere of the movie called sHEALed. I'm coming to premiere of the documentary called sHEALed, sHEALed, which I read through my perception as sHEALed. So this movie, yes, there are plenty of women, but also plenty of men from medical profession, very many doctors. This is why yesterday, where I was networking at the villa and being interviewed, they automatically came, so you're Dr. Lenka Lutonska. I said, I'm not a doctor. But everyone else around me, every soul I spoke to was a doctor. So, okay, that explains why, because this movie, sHEALed, is about new medicine. So, yes, it's about what we can do to keep ourselves healthy. But I will tell you what, from yesterday's conversations is cleared. Energy is a lot in consciousness of minds of these powerful professionals. So I'm so excited about the movie. So it's sHEALed rather than sHEALed. That's my apology. And insight into my thinking. I'm not very detailed, and yes, sometimes I clearly misinterpret things because of my filter of big thinking and big strategy and so forth. This is why, personally, I really need a good team around me that fills in the detail, or sometimes tells me, Lenka, are you cuckoo? That's not what it is. I know if Tatiana was here with me, who is my head coach, and she's also extremely detailed, she would notice it very quickly that, Lenka, this is not sHEALed. What you're talking about, it's sHEALed. That's where we are. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. And perhaps you can let me know in the comments, are you big pictured like me? Do you often miss detail? Or are you very detailed person? What kind of creator and thinker you are? Let me know. This is my first ever movie premiere, and it's as easy as walking into theater and watching a movie, of course. But I'm so excited because already from individuals that I met and are in this movie or in previous documentaries, any one of you, you might be, I don't know, yes, a doctor or a dancer or a healer or a writer or agency owner. If you believe in energy and you bring even a little bit of it into your craft, into your gift, we are together really changing the world. So I'm so excited about being here. Here you're watching Martina enjoying lunch, very authentic kebab. You know, we wanted to explore surroundings of the cinema and we found ourselves in a very authentic place, not touristy at all. So anyway, bon appetit! All right, we're having a little break and perhaps I might have even time for a little nap before we go for evening cocktails after screening party. In the meantime, I want to talk to you about visibility fears, because of course to claim the world stage, there's no space for any visibility fears. And I want to share with you a couple of stories what actually happened to me on my way to spreading the power of my work to over 180 countries. And I want you to gauge how you would react. What would happen if that happened to you, okay? So let me take a sip and share these stories quickly with you. So story number one, I'm on holidays. I get a phone call from one of my assistants saying, Lenka, normally I would never contact you during holidays, but I'm not sure what we're meant to do because there is a woman, a colleague, my colleague in a coaching and mentoring space, who is spreading essentially hate campaign about me, saying that I built my business on her methodology, that I stole from her the name Money Honey, and that I'm building my business based on her IP. And I said, do absolutely nothing. But I did go, I did check, and oh boy, did it hurt. Not only it was absolute not truth. I never purchased anything from this lady. All I did was years and years back, I signed up for her newsletter and I read a few newsletters and never unsubscribed. So she was still sending newsletter years later. But you know how is it, one of those inboxes anyway. So that hurt me at the time. But that's the story number one. How would you react? And I found her sharing this in online spaces, and hundreds upon hundreds of comments calling me essentially a thief. So how would you react? Story number two, later on, I had a journalist from one of the biggest publications in my native country, Slovakia, attending one of my events, and she wrote an article about me and one of my colleagues, female coaches. Essentially, the article was very much discussing how we quote-unquote prey on other people's vulnerabilities, how coaching industry is manipulative, and how much we charge, how dare we charge for our work, and so forth and so forth. Very snaky, really not nice article. But not only that, it went to not only to one of the biggest publications in my native country. They sent out a notification to all the subscribers. So it was one of their biggest articles that was discussed by thousands upon thousands of people, to the point they had like a discussion forum or another like a big Zoom meeting where everyone could come and share their point of view about this. I was never invited. So again, how would you react if any of this happened to you? I want you to gauge. Why? Because these things are going to happen to you. These things are going to happen to you on your way to claiming the world stage and to practicing your voice worldwide. And okay, I'm going to share with you what I did and how did I react and what I did with this. This first story, when this lady was calling me essentially a thief, it hurt me so bad. It hurt me so bad, and I knew it hurts me so bad because there is something in me that agrees with her. Even though of course I did not steal anything from her, but on some subconscious level, a part of me had to agree that somewhere I mirrored her. And also I felt like I'm being burnt, like witches were burnt in past lifetimes, because I couldn't defend myself, you see. Anyway, I went into my deepest fears and did really deep shadow work, because I know that every time somebody criticizes you, publicly or not publicly, and it actually hurts, it pressing those emotions button, it actually hurts because it is touching something not alchemized in you, a shadow. So I did very deep shadow work, and I had to actually be honest through the shadow work with myself that I am to a degree possessive, or I was rather possessive over business energetics. As in, there was, for instance, one client that mentored with me and studied Business Energetics Academy programs for a while. And she went on to her territory, to her country, and did incredible success as hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars. Essentially huge success, business energetic success story, which I love. Of course I love, but part of me was, she took my baby and she went with it. It was my work. So I was actually possessive. I did inside, I never went and told her, but I was doing inside what this woman did publicly to me. So it was a mirror of what I was doing internally, just a stronger mirror of that, you see. So then I had to work on, and it served me so much to release that nothing belongs to me. I'm a very, very powerful channel of business energetics, but business energetics doesn't belong to me. I may be a leader of business energetics or the voice of it as a movement, as a new paradigm, new economy, but it doesn't belong to me. We are all doing it together. Nothing belongs to me. I can be just a vessel of this work. So that really, really helped me to even increase my impact further, because I was started to teach and give and guide my clients from slightly different places. See, anyway, so that was story number one. And story number two, when that happens, guess what was my reaction? Fine, let them talk. Let them talk. The other coach, bless her, it of course impacted her, and I was helping her to deal with this situation productively, because I already was at that point where I alchemized enough of my fears, when I knew, and this is what I want to pass on to you, that nobody can take away anything from you that you didn't give yourself, consciously or subconsciously. That journalist, yes, it was very public, very big, but she had the right to share her perspective, and she had the right with her frequency, with her perspective, to attract and talk about with other people about how coaching is horrible, how whatever, she has right. There is art gallery, there will be different opinions, but how it impacts you, that is what matters. My boundaries, who I am, are so very strong now. I know who I am. It's like boundary, knowing who you are, it's like a picture on the frame. And when you have that picture on the frame strong, you know who you are, then there can be other arts that are completely different, but they're not going to change your art, because you know who you are. And so in that situation, it was a confirmation for me, I'm ready for global impact, because I was completely neutral. My business didn't shrink because of this in any way, or my voice didn't shrink in any way. It expanded. Afterwards, I got good few clients coming to me and coming to Business Energetics Academy saying, Lenka, I came because of this article, because I could recognize, that this journalist is talking from this place and blah, blah, blah. And this is essentially the article brought more incredible soul-aligned clients. Okay? So the message here is, if you have any visibility fears, identify them, because they will manifest in one way or another until you fully alchemize them. And whatever you identify, whatever those visibility are, do know that those visibility fears simply mirror your judgments, you to you. Your self-judgments. So work with those. They may be outside of your consciousness, but when you identify those and really, really work with those and alchemize those, integrate them, then your voice can become wider, and you really, really are more than ready to claim the world stage and send your movement to the stratosphere. Hopefully this has been helpful, and now I'm going to finish my beautiful cup of decaf, and maybe even have a nap before cocktails. So much love. Mwah. About to go and have wonderful day in Cannes, exploring Cannes. But before we go, I wanted to share with you a few mantras that will help you to really grow massively the visibility of your work, and of course claim that world stage, as we're talking about in this vlog. I'm going to read for you my personal mantra, identity mantra, that every day sounds a little different. So as I was flowing this morning, it sounded differently to what I said to myself yesterday, but this encapsulates my vision and mission, what I'm here to do, something bigger than me. So I believe that's where you create some mantra around your identity that is bigger than you, that encapsulates what you're here for. So something like, my message is needed. the world is waiting for the work I have to offer. That could be a generic short mantra that you start from, and that will help you to put yourself in that identity that really opens ideas and opens your receptivity for those incredible opportunities that may put you on the world stage, even that. However, before I read you my own personal, quite long mantra, it came out very long today, I want to say that I'm not delusional in a sense that I know that when it comes to the movement of business energetics, as incredible work that we've already done, we're just about getting started. As in, I've been at this for the last 10 years. The idea for business energetics came from me a decade ago in the midst of desperation, when I was looking, how do I actually make a difference? How do I actually make my business work? Still, for the last decade, I built this incredibly successful business based on me and my energy. If you like, personal brand, it very much is still dependent. Business energetics is still very much dependent on me and my energy, which is nothing wrong with it. I teach it in a way. You know, your energy as a creator of your business is the most powerful asset of your business. Still, to give business energetics justice, or for you to give your work justice, at some point it will come a point when you want to move beyond your work and your personal brand and you as a person. And that process for me started a mere year ago when I claimed, if you like, the domain of business energetics and the phrasing of business energetics. And I declared to myself that, okay, I am going to be a steward of business energetics, and that will go well beyond the Successful Business and Business Energetics Academy, and it needs to be a movement uniting us all, purpose-driven, soul-driven, conscious leaders and entrepreneurs, because together we are stronger and together we can really make the massive difference in the world, where we redefine how the business is done. So my mantra may sound to some of you like, what the F? But that's the mantra that puts me in this energy, going well beyond me, Lenka, as CEO and of a very successful personal brand business, and into the steward of institution and a movement that is here to change the world. So here it is. Or you could even start with your name. Sometimes I say, my name is Lenka Lutonska, and I am the voice of business energetics, the most important revolution and movement in the business space in our lifetime, shifting and redefining how we globally approach business growth, wealth, and success, leaving the hustle and burnout culture behind, and building new economy where we let our energy and soul lead and strategy support and follow, bringing unfathomable amount of abundance, joy, flow, and ease into every leader's and entrepreneur's life and every person they directly or indirectly touch. I am the voice of this global recalibration point and have been catapulted into the stratosphere of the influence, and the world has received me with gratitude, joy, readiness, and ease. So yes, for today, this is my mantra that helps me to connect with that highest level identity from which everything else follows, with operating system of a leader that has claimed that world stage. And from there, you know, I'll encourage you to write any other mantras. I'm just going to share a few more favorite ones that will support your visibility that I often come back to. One of them I already shared, my message is needed. The world is waiting for what I have to offer. Another one I wrote for today, and is a favorite of mine, is I'm the leader this moment is waiting for. The next one is around worthiness, especially if you sometimes are not standing in your full worth. Create mantras for you that will help you to be in that full worth for you and your work, such as I am worthy of being seen at the highest level, or my work is worthy of being seen at the highest level, or it's a privilege to work with me, or it's a privilege to benefit from the power of my work, and so forth and so forth. Also, I love to create mantras around the magnetism, so I don't need to chasing visibility, chasing the numbers just to prove, say, my worth. That does nothing. That may look good on a paper, you know, people buying Instagram followers and this and that, but that's not business energetics, and we don't need it. But a couple of the last mantras I share with you for inspirations are just to inspire you to create mantras for you that will connect you with that magnetism and attraction rather than chasing. And that is, for instance, all the right eyes and ears are on me and my work, or I am a magnet for the right opportunities that serve my vision and mission. So here you go, play with those mantras. There's so much power in them, and let's go and explore a little bit of counts. Mwah. Oh my goodness, look, we've been walking for about an hour. Instead of Ubering ourselves, we decided to go for about 5 kilometers walk down to the port and have a coffee before going to center of Cannes. And I just want to share this beauty. Literally every few seconds, new vantage point of French Riviera opens, and we've been like, how stunning is the nature, and how amazing it is when a human being co-creates with nature, because this is co-creation with nature. I mean, look at this. Yes, the road is quite busy, but you know what, the walk, this is unforgettable walk. Anyway, I just wanted to share the beauty, that's all. There's no rhyme or reason for this. See you later. I mean, look at this. I thought we were going to move on and not record anymore, but look at this. We walked 2 steps. I wish you could see what human eyes can see. Okay, I'm going to stop now and walk. Mwah. Oh my goodness, I know I don't have any makeup on, and I didn't even brush my hair and nothing. It's actually 10:30 in the morning, and I've been awake since I don't know when. It's day 3, by the way. Day 3, is it day 3? Day 4 in Cannes, I don't know. It's the last full day. But I wanted this trip to be expansive, to expand me in some way, to accelerate the vision for myself and my business, and the movement of business energetics, and to connect me deeper with myself, but also wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And I did all of this. I want to almost cry because I was sitting with my journal intuitively. I woke up and I go sit with your journal. And what came through me it is very short time. It's a very solid, essentially 8 laws of business energetics, very coherent, very comprehensive, very game-changing, life-changing framework of business energetics simplified, the basis of the book, Business Energetics. Most of you will know I have amazing book written, Energetic Selling and Marketing, which is essentially business energetics for entrepreneurs. But the Business Energetics book in itself has been merging from within me for the last year and a half, and I've written a lot of material. But any offer, any of you will know, and any movement leader will know that the most powerful books need very powerful structure, and the structure came through me. And I'm really crying from gratitude that this is really accelerated my awareness to even receive this structure. And the 8 business energetic laws so powerfully is really requires readiness of awareness. And I'm so grateful I got it here in this special place in Cannes. So I wanted to share this with you because this book will just now fly out. You know, I can go into editing, I can go into more writing, and it will just fly out from me in the next few months. So look forward to Business Energetics book, I guess. And I'll close it here because the rest of the time we're going to enjoy and leave here full, really full, ready for the next chapter. Thank you for coming for this trip with us, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. No, no, I don't spend. Oh yes, this is what the Saturday morning. Yeah, this is our off day. Brilliant. Okay, let's go and have a lovely off day in Cannes.